time for your Sandusky Speedway weekly race recap show. Your hosts, Chris Mize and Doug Duck.
Take it away, guys.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Sorry we missed a week, didn't get a week. Doug's schedule's been hectic with some of the things he's doing down there, and my schedule's been kind of hectic. I'll show you why here in a little bit. First off, want to thank the veterans. Thought all you guys couldn't do shows like this. Want to thank all the military serving overseas and homeland. I want to thank our first responders, police, fire, EMS, doctors, nurses, tow truck drivers. Can't read tonight. I don't know.
Get your spectacles on.
Get my no, I got to be close. So, got a little bit to cover tonight. First on the list, hell, it ain't. We're a week and a half Christmas here. That's hard to believe.
Correct.
I mean, 2.5 weeks. The Hangover.
Correct on that too.
Which one is it?
What? Don't even start that.
Well, January 1st, annual Hangover.
40-something. 40-something.
Didn't we have a big long debate about that?
Yes. And I'd have to get back with Steve because he said there's one year that it was not held or it started a year after the High Miler.
Something like that. Yeah, Steve would know. So, the annual Hangover will be on January 1st. Pretty good time.
Pretty good time.
Pretty good time. Depending on weather, Doug. I've seen it where it's been cold as hell, snowy through the years. And I've seen it where we've wore just sweatshirts like this,
And I think it was Kevin's first year. It was like 70, and he had cars going all the way out the driveway to Perkins.
Yeah, and then, we seen it a couple years back where the wind chills were down 20, 25 below zero, and we had to postpone. And then last year, unfortunately.
Remember, we had COVID that one year.
Well, we were okay. Last year, we had to postpone because actually over half our staff had COVID. So, January 1st, champagne stock, moonshine stocks, whiskey stocks. Pit gates open at 9 a.m. Hot laps and main gates will open at 11 with racing at 1. There you go. General admission $12. Kids 6 to 12, $5. Pits are $30.
January 1st.
Like I say, this is a pretty good time. I tell you what, I enjoy all three divisions, but I like when Ryan Miller and Steve Miller and them guys come, many of them come out with their dirt late models and the big wide tires.
I don't think that
that ain't happening.
Chris would ever get in a vehicle at Sandusky Speedway.
No, I'm not.
I don't think you would.
Mm-mm. I got to be in a tower, Drew. Who's gonna race direct?
We can get a race. Drew, will you race direct? That's what his stumbling block is here.
So we'll touch base on that again, right? Coming up to a Wednesday before January 1st, and we'll hit that pretty hard. What's that?
Will and Drew would come.
Will and Drew race track.
Yes. And the questions: will there be a fuel truck this year?
Not unless Dittmans want to bring one, John. I don't have a problem if they want to bring one. That's fine. Talk to Craig. I mean, that's up to you guys. If Craig wants to bring it, I don't care.
Okay, Ron wants
So,
company on the flag stand, Julie.
yeah, Julie,
she,
you can.
she said yes if there's a heater up there.
Yeah, well, there ain't a heater up there. I can tell you that. I felt bad for Ronnie. What it was it last year or was it 2 years ago when it was raining? Remember it was raining, become a monsoon, and we kept running. That's here. Kevin goes, hurry up, and I'm looking at you. What's we got plenty of time. I wasn't paying attention, and we finished. And like 20 minutes after we finished, the water was in the second groove and 3 and 4. I told Doc people, Doug's at the one end of the tunnel where you come under the grandstands. I'm at the other end by the office. And he goes, how deep's that water? It's not deep, Doug. It was ankle deep.
Exactly. Yeah. You'll be fine.
You'll be fine, Doug. Come on. Through Jack, you'll be fine. Heard you give that line to Will today. But good time. It's a real good time. We'll get into a little bit more of that on 2 Wednesdays from now. We're going to start pushing that on our Facebook. So, spread the flyer around. We got the flyer up. It was put up a couple hours ago. It's, rain, snow, sleet. The only thing is like I say, 2 things held us back in the last couple of years. One was, like I say, last year, over half our staff had COVID,
and then one year it was the below zero wind chill.
Yeah, it was a couple of years back. It was like 3-4 years ago that it was, we called it that 3-4 days before we postponed it, and we kind of got a bunch of shit about it. Remember, Doug? And then that day it was like 2 degrees out, real temperature. North winds coming out, and it was like 20, 25 below wind chills. So, one of them deals. Was it 2018?
18.
I don't know which year it was, but I'm telling you. And actually, that happened 2 weeks in a row, Doug, where the wind chills were down around 16, 20 below. And I think we're in the 3rd week of January before we ended up running a hangover. So, hopefully that don't happen this year. That's, COVID, they don't care about that no more. So we're okay with that. But, hopefully the wind chills and everything. Yeah, this year, Ronnie. Sorry, man.
Sake, yeah.
Well, for Julie's too, she's going up flagpole.
Up the flagpole.
So, like I say, hey, you got till that date. You got 2.5 weeks. If you want your camping spot renewed for High Miler, make sure you call or go on our website, sanduskyspeedway.com. Click on the link, High Miler Camping, get it renewed, or call the office, 419-625-4084, and get a hold of Brittany and get it renewed that way. But you got till January 1st, and once that date comes and goes, your spots are open for free grabs. And don't call me in. And don't cry then. Sorry, but not. I mean, we've told you, Doug. We've told them since 1st October, right after Cavalcade.
Yep.
So pit pads for you drivers, weekly drivers, and guys that are there quite a bit. Same thing. January 1st comes and goes. Your pit pads are up for draw. So, Mr. Wiggins, it'll be fine. Well,
January 6th for the banquet.
January 6th. That ain't. No. January.
Meaning you have to have
January. I say you throw me for a loop. January 6th. Everybody that's going to the banquet, including the go-karters, got to have your tickets in by January 6th. I can't remember the date of the banquet. January 28th.
28th.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, I got it right.
Yeah.
We'll get to that, So make sure you guys get these in. I mean, every year, Doug, we got somebody that's upset because it didn't get in. And, that's been my camping spot for 10 years. Well, we've been telling you for 10 years, it's got to be renewed by January 1st, And the only time we didn't do that was during the pandemic, because we had people from New York, Canada, and so going into 21, we didn't do it. Last year, we did go back to the program. So make sure you get all them renewed if you want them. I can't read what's he saying.
Put this order in.
Putting an order in. So, yes, the rumor's true. We've been doing some improvements at the track. We know they need it done, Doug. We done some barrier wall work, and we know that there's been a lot of work needed done. First, before I want to get into that, Cal might, huh?
I was going to say, drivers who go over the turn 1 and 2, 3, and 4, they'll really like it.
Okay, well, Cal's going to kill me tomorrow, but I can't take Cal Krebs from Boom Pro. Executive producer.
Yeah.
But, hi! There she is. Got a cameo appearance. Cal Krebs from Boom Pro Trucking. Tony over at Tony's Lawn Care. I can't express my thanks enough to these guys. Listen, when you see what's done here in a minute, these pictures, and you can't, pictures don't do justice to what we've done out there. You need to thank these guys. It's been quite a bit of work in progress, and just a few of us. Cal, myself, Tony. Tony had a couple guys out there, here and there. Like I say, Tony's Lawn Care. If you need lawn care service and that, make sure you look them up. I can't thank him enough. Cal, though.
What about snow plowing? Does he do that?
Snow plowing too, yeah. Yeah, snow plowing. I can't thank Cal enough, though. I mean, we're sitting there Saturday. I'm gonna tell the story, Doug. Okay. I was heading out to the quarry. I don't even know what the hell I was going to the quarry for, and I was going up Perkins Ave. I see Tony and Cal come out of the speedway with a dump truck, and I call them. They dropped a load of grindings off. So I end up out in Tony's shop. This is no bullshit. Cal's on it. He'll tell you. Tony might be watching. Pulled in there. We started bullshitting. From the time we started bullshitting to the time we went out and loaded the 290 excavator up to where I was calling Kevin and said, hey, listen, we're pulling in the track with an excavator right now. Don't get all nervous or nothing, but don't come back in the back till I call you. It was 40 minutes. About 40 minutes time. So we decided, Cal decided, and I said, okay, let's go do it. To clean out turn 3 and 4. And what stuck in my head more than anything was Hammered On Racing Report, Scott Hammer, Ron Miller. A couple years ago, Ron ran a truck there when we had dirt trucks against the Oakshade Bombers. I don't know what they're called now, but Dominators or whatever. Ron went off turn 3 and he's talking about it on Hammer Down Racing. He said, yeah, I was in the trees. I was stuck in the trees. And it kept, that stuck in my head so we're going to start showing you some pictures of what we've done. Hopefully your screen's big because I took the pictures the wrong way, Doug said. So
yeah, so
let's start putting them up.
So you can.
They're not in any order.
Yeah, you can start.
There's Tony's truck, dump truck we've been using. Here's some of the tires we had to move because we were a little short. The way we rebuilt the tire wall in 3 and 4. Move some of them tires right there in Tony's trailer. Cal Krebs, the man of the hour.
Are those moved, or you went and got those?
They were over by the pit chute over there by the field. Okay. We had to pull them out of the weeds. There's turn 3 and 4 right there. That's coming off the 3. Where we relined the tires. We had a bunch of other tires that are stacked behind it. Smaller tires. No, we do not need any more tires. So there's the finished product we ended up with today, going up over the hill in turn 3 and 4. After we, we had a dozer over there, we had an excavator, and the grass was all screwed up, and Tony had a chipper out there that went on the front of a Bobcat and skid steer, and I tell you what, that thing mutilated the brush. It was impressive. But then Cal had him come back through the grass today, and that was a finished product. That's a finished product right there when you look over the hill.
Wow.
All right, go. Okay, what I'm showing here is part of the wall that you guys already seen, where we left off at High Miler, the white. We started extending that wall around. Barrier wall, no more guardrail. That's 3 and 4 in the infield. It's looking down the back stretch. Now don't change. What we also did here, everybody knows Lake Sandusky on the back stretch, Doug. And it stays there most of the year. Okay, we dug the pond in the infield that's been there for years. We dug that, I shouldn't say we, Cal dug that down. Hell, he had to back all the way down in the middle of the pond. But that pond is at least 6 foot deeper than the outlet pipe, where it was up to the outlet pipe. The bottom of the pond was actually in the outlet pipe a little bit. And that pond is now, if I had to guess, Cal's on watching, 10 foot more wider around. So the drainage is exceptional now. So what we did is there's a catch basin there. You can see a little bit of stone right by that pole. We ran drain tile all the way back up into Lake Sandusky. And, it's perforated drain tile, sock on it, stone. We put stone in several spots, French drain down into it, so you won't have Lake Sandusky no more.
Wow.
Okay, go to the next one. Everybody knows the mud hole when you come off turn 4 to go in the infield. There's a little bit of mud hole in the drive there. Once again, Tony's lawn care had the asphalt grindings. Cal hauled them out. We spread them out. Yeah, 600 foot of tile. That's what we put in there. But right there's the asphalt grindings. Come springtime, we'll roll them all down. It'll be great to pull back in there now.
That's coming off of 4 into the infield.
That's coming off 4 in the infield, where that little hole was and water laid, and it was pretty big. Now, if you can see on each side of them grindings, you see dirt, like a dirt trench. We also come out of turn 4, same thing. Ran drain tile all the way up by the flag stand, same concept, same way. So the water that always laid on the front stretch for a while won't be there anymore. So that'll drain out now. You won't have no more water. That is looking towards the pit chute. We always had that guardrail, all them tires sitting there, everything. We ripped all that guardrail out and everything. It's all barrier wall. It's set back as you go towards the track. You walk north from that pit chute. It's set back now over where them tires are. So if you come off the track for some reason, you're not going to hit like that guardrail, Doug. We've seen Norm Taylor do that one time. That's offset and it comes out. So you won't have that problem. We moved coming off the track. That guardrail used to be about 3 foot off the concrete. That's moved back 6-8 feet now. And we put some tires there, so if you come off a little hot and you get off into the grass a little bit, you're not smacking them tires and guardrail like you used to before. And that goes back. Here's just another picture. We took to the south of the pit chute. There was a fence there. We took that down. We put barrier wall in there. And everybody knows when you're at Sandusky and there's 20 cars in line and we need a Jeep, or the first car doesn't go, something happens to it, we're jammed up because it was so tight. We offset that to the south. If you can blow that up, I mean, if you're looking at a bigger screen, we offset that wall to where now, if the first car stalls out and doesn't start, you got plenty of room to come around that car between where that wall starts and the car. Just because I've been in that pit chute so many times where you need a Jeep or you need, something, and it's chaos. You can't get the cars around and everything else. And I've been in the one in the tower screaming, what the hell's going on down there? We fixed that problem. So we're not going to have that issue anymore.
Last one.
Now, my biggest pet peeve, and I noticed it a lot more this year because I've been down in a pit chute all the way up till race time. Everybody come down out of that's the pit grandstands. They'd walk right along. There's a fence there in the middle of that pit grandstand, and they'd walk right along that fence, and they'd come across that drive over to the pit chute. And it scared the hell out of me because you got cars coming off track. So now that barrier wall goes to the fence, and you got to walk around that a little bit more caution, air to caution, just to stop people from walking right out and a car coming out on the track. Controlled chaos, yeah. So that's where we're at. 80,000. So that's where we're at right now. And there's more things planned in the spring. Yeah, in the spring, and not majorly on the track. That's kind of where we're gonna hold up until next year. We got some other things planned I'd like to do. So Ron will only have tires to hit. Yes. Yeah, he'll wish he had them trees back. Now listen, I'm gonna address an issue that's been brought up to me several times. And the Uke tires down off 3 and 4, you see them lined up, Doug. Oh, if we hit them Uke tires, we're gonna tear a car out. What nobody knows is if you'd have walked over that hill and looked through the brush and the trees and everything, Doug, the Uke tires were in the very front. Anyway, that whole wall was lined with them Uke tires. All Cal did with the excavator was pulled them out. That's how we did this. He pulled them out. I pushed them up, pulled them out. I pushed them up out of the way. Every Uke tire was lined in front of that old tire wall. That tire wall that was originally put in was put in right around 30 years ago, 1993 or 94. And I can tell you, it was a son of a bitch because I worked on it then. We put it in, drove posts in the ground, each tire and stacked up. So, Uke tires have been put in front of it, and that's about where we went, where it was left. It needed, we all knew it needed help, but so besides Uke tires being in front of it 30 years, it was time to do it. You got the same wall there that you had for the last 20 years when Uke tires went in. So, we got that fixed. The barriers that were knocked over, Doug, remember Clayton Oliver, if you're watching, you knocked over a couple of the concrete block. Them are put back up. We got tires in there. When you come around that corner to drive back to the grandstands, remember how you could never see nothing because of trees and brush? Yeah, right. Well, that's not there no more. It's all clean. So, like I say, this couldn't have happened without Cal Krebs, Boom Pro Trucking, and Tony over at Tony's Lawn Care. It just couldn't have happened. If you'd have told me second, third week of October that 2-3 guys would have this much done, I'd have laughed at you. But slave driver Cal says, "Hey, what do you think?" And Ronnie, I tell you what, Ronnie's been off work for a while, and you drive back, or Ronnie's been out track working, doing some stuff, and it was surprising how clean the property is right now, Doug. Everything's picked up, so we're trying, making improvements. Kevin got some plans to do some stuff on the inside. Yeah, we got her done. Yeah, that'll start couple months, a little bit of time, and here's the situation, people. And I ain't kissing his ass because he's on tonight, but like for Will, for example, Will's bringing some big shows to Sandusky Speedway. We got some other big things going on. Hi, Myler. If these series are taking chances on us to bring these kind of shows here, like Will's bringing 5,000 to win shows, trifecta, you win a trip to Las Vegas and that kind of stuff, then it's time for us to pick our game up and make it a better facility for that series to come here. And that's why we're doing it, though. That no other reason is Sandusky Speedway knows we got to pick our game up, make a better place for these series that are taking a chance on us.
Right.
It falls back to what I was saying a couple months ago, either with us or against us. Well, they're with us, so we're going to make it a better place. So, and that's it, people. So I hope everybody likes what we're doing. Yeah, I try. I took an online class on how to run a dozer one time, Doug.
Did you?
Yeah.
Is it paying off?
I don't know. It seems to work for the 20-year-olds. It's working okay for me now. So, other than that, we're not done. We're not done. By far, we're not done. I want to thank ECO Mechanical, too, Ed McKnight. He's been a part of Sandusky Speedway for a long time. So, yeah, tell my wife that. Yeah, I used to think what goes on at track stays at track. I don't believe that in Vegas no more. I hear a lot of stories come back from Vegas. So, like I say, I'll recap. We're not going to stay on too long. Make sure you get your pit pad renewed before January 1st or you lose it. Make sure you get either camping renewed or you lose it by January 1st. And you go online, SanduskySpeedway.com, click on them links, renew them. Or you call 419-625-4084. Get a hold of Brittany, and she'll get you taken care of. Hangover, January 1st. Pretty much any weather, except if it's down around 2 and we're going to see wind chills 20 below. That's just public safety, Doug. You can't. That happened. So
okay. We giving a pizza away?
Oh yeah, I forgot Dean's on too. We're giving one away. Dean, we gave one away last night, and shit, everybody was giving it away to Tony. So all right, hashtag no bull. Hashtag no bull. Hashtag Sandusky Speedway. Wrong show. Hashtag Sandusky Speedway. Get it in there. Oh yeah, we got to give a Harvest gift card away too. $20 gift card, Harvest Saloon.
Okay.
So we'll be giving pizza from Big D's Pizza. You got any Big D's Pizza food up there like we do? Can you show some of that?
No, I do not. I can go over to the other side if you would like me to.
You go to the other side. Let's say that's all right.
All right,
Go.
There we go.
Hashtag Sandusky Speedway. Here's some of the things you can get at Big D's Pizza. Great food. Dean Henry, good guy, sponsors a lot of stuff in racing. Quiet, Ohio. Oh, There's the ribs Doug never got.
Right.
Can't go wrong with Dean's food. Big D's. Hashtag Sandusky Speedway. That pizza's good. I tell you what, their pizza's awesome.
me get back over here. There we
There
go.
we're back.
I can.
Yeah.
What
the heck?
Let me shut this thing down.
Doug's a popular man tonight. Okay, first thing, we're going to give away a $20 gift card to Harvest Saloon, Strongsville, Great Brittany, Strongsville, Ohio. Brittany,
Is that what we're doing?
see Brittany. Brittany works there on the weekends during the winter. Some Saturdays, some Fridays, some Saturdays. Yes, Harvest Saloon gift card. You can only win one time. So if you win the gift card, $20. Pick it up, Sandusky Speedway.
Are we ready?
And here we go, $20 gift card. Man, there's a lot of people. How many people are in there?
13, I think I seen.
Is that it?
13 to 37.
Randy
Beacons, you're a winner.
Winner. Harvest
Dinner.
beer. Harvest beer.
All right.
All right. Big D's Pizza.
In Clyde, Ohio.
Ohio. Dean Henry.
And
Samantha,
you are a winner.
you're a winner. Okay. That's about it. Coming up, Ohio Wheelman Series on next. Go to the Facebook page. Eugene, you're welcome. Ohio Wheelman Series on at 8 o'clock. Will Wiggins doing a hell of a job over there. He's got
Two
some big
series
news.
now.
Yeah, Ohio Wheelman Series. He's got I believe it's called the Sportsman Series. It's not Street Stocks. It's
Super.
He's gonna punch me in the head when he sees me. How can you? It's got the modified series. I can't screw
Right.
that one up.
Right.
Ohio Wheelman modified
Super
series.
stocks. Super stocks.
Super stocks. Yeah, Ohio Wheelman modified series, and he changed the name this year. I've always
There
called
we
him
go.
Street Stocks.
Drew's got to straighten
And,
up.
And Ohio Wheelman Super Stock Series got some news tonight. It's always got big news. Never stops. And Drew's using my line. That's what I'm upset about. We'll talk to him a little earlier. He said, Drew's telling me, oh, it'll be fine, Will. I said, yeah. Ask him last time I told him that. He lost about $2,000. It'll be fine, Drew. So, but
So
make sure you tune in.
Before you go, if somebody's going to give you a front wheel drive car, and we got a race director, are you going to race?
No. No. I'm not crawling in a car again. That's it. It's over.
One race, one and done, huh?
No, I've raced before, but
and how many laps?
Well, who's going to give me a car, and who's going to?
You never told us. How'd that go?
Listen,
you never said anything.
He told me when I went up there, I made 25 laps, and he put his transponder list out. Says you only made 10 laps, fool. You're the one said I made about 20, 25. I tell you what, I'm going to tell you, that hurt a little. I felt it on the way home. Yeah, I crashed. I crashed.
You crashed.
I got jacked from behind. I got hit from behind hard. Pushed into the car. I was trying to get around the car. Right front hit him, and then that car got around me, and then Woody, I think it was payback for stealing his gas. I don't think he knew yet, but I think he hit me because he thought something was up. But Woody hit me hard. I ain't making things up.
So how many laps did you do?
10. That's what Drew said.
And wrecked.
I think he
wrecked out.
Wasn't my fault. How many times you hear that out of a driver, huh? It wasn't my fault.
Right.
It wasn't my fault I got in a wreck. I had a driver tell me one time, I did it. And I say, nothing wrong with the car. He says, gets back in, straps in, right off turn 4. Looks at me and goes, I get my spot back, right? I said, no, you caused a wreck. And he goes, wasn't my fault. You just admitted it. We'll talk about it in 2 weeks.
The best one was in the tower.
What?
When you called the kid up and said,
oh, yeah. Yeah, I like him now, so I ain't going to.
You don't have to put his name out there.
You're a slow learner, aren't you? Yep.
Yes,
well, you slow learn with 2 weeks. All right, Ohio Wheelman Series on at 8 o'clock. Coming up here tomorrow night. Hammer Down Racing Report, 7 o'clock. If you got a NASCAR race, local short track race, they'll report on it. If you got tricycles racing, they're going to report on it. Great show, been around forever.
And we're going to be on next
week,
Thursday, on their show. So
it's
Sandusky champions and Chris Mize.
We'll talk a little bit about the Hangover.
Little bit.
I'm not a man of many words, so it should be short. Tomorrow night at 7, the Hammer Down Racing Report. And then I believe Rick Young, I thought I seen a comment on here. Shady Bull Speedway normally goes, I know in the summer, weekly Thursday nights around 8 o'clock. And I believe they're doing bi-weekly now. I'm not sure if they'll be on or if they're every once in a while through the winter, the off season. So other than that, you got anything, Doug?
I have nothing. I think you've said it all. And plus.
Okay. Won't see you until Christmas, so hope all of you have a very good Merry Christmas. Christmas Day when you wake up, or Christmas Eve when you go to bed, say a prayer. We got troops that are serving this country overseas. They ain't going to be home. We got troops in the United States protecting our borders, well, what they can of. Yeah, serving our country. They're not going to be home with their families. So, say a prayer for them guys. Say a prayer for Paul Whelan, please. That's enough I'll say about that. Other than that, you all have a Merry Christmas. Stay safe. God bless y'all. God bless America.
See ya.